How long you been in business? When did you get started?
So we started up in February this year, 2017. Ryan, myself, and then we've got 3 other partners that are involved in the business, but mainly Ryan and I are running the business. Ryan's been building Jeeps for the last 10 plus years. I've been in the wheeling scene, just kind of wreck wheeling with my brother-in-law and friends for the last 10 years also. And so met Ryan 5 years ago and finally made it happen to get a shop open. We feel there really wasn't a shop that's fully just involved in Jeeps and off-road vehicles right now. There's a lot of side-by-side businesses, but we felt like the Salt Lake Valley could use one and do turnkey builds. But we do anything from the ground up. I mean, your wheels, tires, axles, lockers, suspension, custom fab work. I mean, he's built his Pro Mod from the ground up. So we're excited to see that this season in the We Rock series and Old School and Supercrawl. So excited for that. And that's why we went with Agility Customs. We're not going to tie ourselves just to Jeeps. I mean, trucks, buggies, Toyotas. I mean, really, I think we're capable of doing anything that has to do with the vehicle. I mean, we wanted to make a kind of a splash when we came into the industry, and that's why we went with the rear steer JK. So we went and did that front clip with the M17 front conversion, the action truck conversion, and the rear steer. So
That's not an out-of-the-box solution. That was engineered here.
Exactly. I mean, that wasn't like, hey, we called up so-and-so and here's a rear steer kit for it. No, I mean, that was Ryan designing and building that whole rear end, cutting the frame, redesigning that, doing the 4-link suspension, the rear steer. Yeah, and that's what we've noticed too in the rock crawling community and competition. It's not like, no, I've got something amazing, I'm not going to tell you what it is. It's a community, you could say a family. I mean, everybody gets to know each other. You talk about stuff. Hey, I'm thinking about doing this. What do you think? Or is that going to work? And they'll give you feedback and ideas on it. So they really want to see the sport progress too. And I think if you're holding on to ideas and not working with others, the sport won't progress. And I think in the last few years it's progressed a lot and it's gotten a lot bigger than it used to be.
How long you been wheeling?
Probably since I was old enough to drive, which is about 14 years now.
Yeah. What keeps you in the game? What keeps you motivated?
The challenge, really. I mean, you can go out wheeling every weekend, but wheeling the same trail, the same obstacle every time gets boring. That's kind of what pushes us to keep building the bigger, better rigs. That's what keeps us pushing on to the new trails. It's got to be the challenge. That's definitely.
You're not repeating your rookie year for the 14th time.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
It's hard to do in the rock crawling world because you get left behind very quickly.
Oh, it definitely is. That's kind of what, Todd coming up with the idea for the rear steer Jeep is, I mean, we've never seen one done before. Rear steer definitely helps you get through those tougher trails. I mean, there's a lot of trails that you literally cannot do without rear steer out in area, BFE, and other places. So really, I mean, that's.
And nobody accomplished black belt flag until they had a rear steer.
Exactly. So, it's just one more of those things that we can kind of just keep building off of.
Competing, how much does competing make you a better builder?
You can go out wreck wheeling and stuff, and you can kind of pick whatever line you want, and you can take the easy line or you can take the hard line. Well, when you're competing, the hard line's the only line. I mean, you've got to get between the cones, and if you don't get between the cones, then you're not going to win. And who wants to compete if you're not going to win?
Yeah.
So, really having every single competitive advantage on your car that's even available. I mean, in the whole spirit of competition is kind of push that rule book just as far as you can and still squeak in the class you're trying to compete in. So, I mean, that really keeps everybody pushing. I mean, and all the competitors, we kind of see what they did. Oh, that's a good idea. And then that winner, the next down season, you're kind of working their tricks into your book. Plus, you know, you're coming up with your own and, you know, just kind of helping push that competitive industry just that much further.